Everybody, to the Bastards YouTube channel. Nick and Terry here tonight to discuss a thrilling Red Sox clubbing of the Minnesota Twins, thanks in part to Tristan Casas and Alex Verdugo on the attack. So Terry and I are here to break this game down. We're feeling pretty good about this win. James Paxton was very solid out in the hill, except for the 3-run dinger given up to old friend Christian Vasquez. Set off camera, Terry. I blame that one on Dave O'Brien. He opened up his big mouth, and there it goes, out of the ballpark. But overall, there's not that much to complain about for this one tonight.
Not really. I mean, Vasquez kind of made it interesting there for just literally a few minutes. Paxton was his solid self. I forget how the runners got on, but he was just kind of laboring through the inning, and then Vasquez got a hold of one, and Vasquez had a pretty hard line drive right at Devers and was able to snag it earlier. So he had hit the ball pretty hard.
Yep.
And then finally crushed one into the bullpen. But this Twins team, this is a bottom 5 offense in Major League Baseball, much like the Yankees were over the month of June. So I didn't think it would be too much trouble for Paxton to really navigate through their order a few times over the course of 6 innings.
Well, we both said on our show from last night that we were expecting a win from just seeing and knowing more about what this Twins ball club is. They're under 500 and everything right now, but they're a part of that AL Central. And if the Red Sox were a part of this AL Central, I think we'd be cooking right now. Red Sox have just been beating up against these teams left and right here, especially in the Central. And I think the pattern has continued, at least tonight, with getting the nice victory here. The big thing for me that I wanted to point out that I thought was one of the more bold moves of the game is when Alex Cora, in my eyes, had one of the best in-game managing decisions that he made of the season when he pinched hit Jarren Duran after already being 3 for 3. He went with Rob Refsnyder. Refsnyder had a quality at bat right there, drew the walk, and the floodgates opened after that with the bases clearing triple from Verdugo. That stood out to me quite a bit in this victory because the criticism had been definitely opening up for Alex Cora lately. We were seeing signs that he wasn't in it and he didn't believe, and questionable decisions were getting made. This one was a bold one, and he made out smelling like roses in it. So we've been critical of Cora lately. This one here tonight, I got to give him props on it. It was a great decision that panned out tremendously for the team.
Yeah, it was kind of funny because Pablo Lopez pitched okay, held us to 3 runs. We were pretty hot. And then Giovanni Moran ends up being the reliever you were talking about. And Dave O'Brien says, well, now Alex Cora is going to go with lefty killer Rob Refsnyder. And I'm
true.
He said the key word was that's the counter move, ladies and gentlemen. And I was thinking, well, first base is open, so why shouldn't Baldelli just put him on? Now, it didn't end up mattering because he did get on anyway. And then Verdugo in the next at bat, as you said, hit that bases clearing triple, plated 3 runs, score was 6-3 at that point. And then I think it was the 6th or 7th inning, Jose De Leon was on the mound. Christian Arroyo draws a walk, and then Casas just utterly crushed one.
That ball was tattooed.
A couple of missiles off his bat tonight, and one of them went off the wall, and it ricocheted so hard it held Triston to a single. And he's a slow base runner anyway, so that's going to happen. But part of me is wondering, like, a week ago, he had that ugly game in the Rockies series where he mishandled that, that hop that was hit to him. And, it led to run scoring. Rockies win the game. very next day, the beat writers, came away from their meeting with Cora saying that Tristan Casas is going to be playing a lot less first base now, and
Yeah.
Justin Turner's going to be there. And I think this is a product of Casas having to take a good, long, hard look at himself in the mirror and saying, I have to be better. And part of me wonders why Alex Cora wasn't tougher on him weeks ago to get him to this point. That's my biggest complaint about Alex Cora. He's not tough enough. And I think him being a little tougher on Casas a week ago is why you're seeing him better at the plate, more locked in, more impactful, literally.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be hard to take away at bats from Casas at this point. He's hitting close to 300 over the last few weeks. He's got an on base over 4. Balls are leaving the yard now. How do you take him off of it? And Turner's playing well too, but let him play well at DH.
I mean, you're spot on. I think what we're seeing here is guys are in a position now where it's do or die. They know depth is coming back. I mean, look at the Duvall coming back and everything. What's Jarren Duran done ever since Duvall's been here? Produce, made it impactful, has to be in the lineup. You had a great kind of little Twitter poll that you were, not really a poll, but a comparison. Would you rather have Jarren Duran or Adam Duvall in center field or in the outfield of whatnot? I'm taking Duran right now because I'm seeing more impact that he's having with the glove, much improved, speed on the bases, and with the stick, it's been consistent. I think Duvall is still in that trying to find himself mode again. And I don't expect him to be scorching hot that first week of the season again like that. I mean, he's going to come back down to earth, but it's going to create a logjam if guys are continuing to produce the way they are. And Corey's going to have a tough decision to make on what he's going to go with. So if Casas is going to produce like he did last night consistently, that's what you want to see. That's what you want from Casas long term. So hopefully that could continue. So it's going to be an interesting couple weeks here when all these if all these players continue to produce the way they're doing.
Last I checked that tweet, Duran seemed to be more of the popular choice. And like you said, he can help you win in so many more ways. Yeah, Adam Duvall is going to hit these majestic moonshots, but it's not going to be on a nightly basis. And, Duran's not always going to have a night like tonight where he's 3 for 3 with 3 doubles, but he's a pretty damn good offensive bat. He's turning into he's at least an average defender right now, and he wasn't before, and he's trending towards above average defender. I just think he's going to help win more games for you. All Duvall is going to do is, hit balls over the fence every now and then, and that's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. I would probably, whether we're contending or not contending, I would deal Duvall at the deadline, because
See what you can get.
Duran's gonna either keep it up, or if we're in the toilet again, he's gonna get more reps, and that's what he needs anyway. So it just makes more sense to play Duran.
I think he wins you more games. I definitely do too. More impactful on a lot of different ways with speed, glove, and bat. And the adjustments that you're seeing from him right now with taking the pitch the other way and making not as many strikeouts and showing so much of an improvement versus what you saw from last season. I think he's the most improved player on the club right now. If you ask me right now, most improved goes to Jarren Duran.
Absolutely.
So for tomorrow night, we have Ober for the Twins. Off to a pretty decent start for his season, 4-3 with a 2.65 ERA versus Cutter Crawford. Terry, who do you got for the Tuesday night game?
Well, we gave our extended predictions on the podcast last night, and the way I looked at it is Crawford, this isn't an offense that should give him a ton of problems, and Ober has been pretty solid. I think they're pretty comparable as far as performance. So with that, I'm just going to lean towards the team with, the hotter offense. And in this case, that's obviously the Red Sox. So give me the Red Sox in game 2.
I'll steal your thunder as well. I'm going to go with the Red Sox as well. I think this game does come down to the bullpen. I think both guys will put up quality starts there, but I do think the game's going to come down to a 7th or 8th inning, depending on where the offense is going to be for the Sox for the night. And I'm hoping for another consistent night, hopefully with the approach for Casas and Duran, and see if those guys will stay hot the way they do. That's going to do it here for our lovely Bastards of Boston YouTube show. We will see you tomorrow night to break down the Red Sox versus Twins game. Have a good night.